I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53. Hey, come on, now, come on.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. And now an introduction here to the starting 11 on offense.
Let's take a look at Willie Snead, wide receiver, undrafted coming into the league. He's the quintessential coach's son, knows how to play the game so well, and plays it with joy.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Holding offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
All day, every day, any day.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Let's go, folks.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 57 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a peek now at the offense for Cleveland.
And the play of this offensive line is going to tell a big story. And right now, if you're a fan of this team, you're loving the story that they are telling. They've already created some holes in the running game on this opening drive, and they're going to need to keep it up for these guys to have a big chance at victory.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. What a spin. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I'm coming after you. Bang, bang, bang.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
56, Mike, 56. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
53 at the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On second down, it's Hill, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Vaughn. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a foot. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson, man open. That's Damian Ratley. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
All-star offense.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Jackson, and this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. That's Ronnie Stanley, former top 10 pick from Notre Dame. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jackson's pass. Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground.
Here comes the pressure, and the Browns block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The Browns are in. Touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. And he's got Snead. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Jackson now on 3rd down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice hit, boy. 1 yard gain.
on 2nd and 9. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing is Jackson. They'll roll it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it, and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go, let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run with Hill. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Vaughn. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson operating from the gun. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. So he's been a busy first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson gets this one to Hill.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
False start, offense.
Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down, it's Vaughn. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jackson now, throwing again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
First and goal, Cleveland.
59, Mike to 59. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Cleveland defense. They get ready and set for the next possession. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard. Things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Snead's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Vaughn. And not much running room. Down to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Jackson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Single, single slot.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Jackson to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Jackson now. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Brown's territory now at the 46. He uncorked. This is caught inside the 15. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To throw again is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are able to cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way back.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Here we go.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He'll buy some time right, and he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing is Jackson. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Come on, baby.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Check 24.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Browns, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.